Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here, and with me right now I have the star cast, the stellar star cast of the Family Man 3. So join me as I welcome all of them only on Zoom. First of all, lovely to have Manoj sir, Raj and Sharib on this platform.
Thank you.
And I could see that he's the most wanted guy, just going by the backdrop of it. And Raj, tell me something about, casting someone like him who's a continuation of the series and the main man. And without him, the ship doesn't sail. So how it has been working with him for 3 series altogether.
It's become a family, and it's become like going back home on the set. So we know each other very well. We know especially the characters and what he brings to the table. So now as we write the next season, this season, you know exactly the character. You know how Manoj is going to play, and so there's a lot of comfort in writing it like that. And of course, once we go on the script, he spoils everything.
But sir, talking to you, I mean, आपने सच में ये शो के जरिए एक connect build कर दिया है. With your OTT also, platform, being the main role for that matter. Films के जरिए तो आपको Gangs of Wasseypur के through तो बहुत ही लोगों ने पसंद किया. वीर ज़ारा भी हो या Ali Goro, many films. But with Family Man, it's more connected with the OTT level of connection.
So the biggest thing I was telling people even the other day when we were doing interviews, that all of us have benefited quite a lot, including Prime Video and more directors and the actors respective. Many of the new actors, they got a lot of mileage and they got a career, and that's the biggest happiness for all of us. I mean, when you see your co-actors whom you are working with, continuously. You see their happiness, you see their lifestyle getting really made. I mean, you can, at least we, 3 of us, or including all of them, we are not that kind of a selfish people who take our check and go home. We'd rather share the joys and share the happiness of each and every one. But what it has done to me, it has taken me to the littlest of the audience, for whom I have never ever thought even for a second that there is that audience that I need to address to. I need to perform for them. It never occurred to me. I was just happy doing my films, my kind of films, never compromised on my choices. But Family Man has, accidentally for me, it has taken to each and every family and to all those children who were not that much exposed to Manoj Bajpayee. Yeah. And I'm talking about not only North India, I'm talking about Andhra, I'm talking about Karnataka, I'm talking about Tamil Nadu, the most interior of the places, and Kerala. Interior of the Kerala, I was shooting, and as to see people coming in numbers, including the children, just to see me. Mostly the children, I mean, when I see them at the airport, they're coming to me, talking to me as if they know me for years. This is what, a good series that these guys have created, do to any actor or any creative person. So for me, that way, it has been quite a boon for me. And yes, you said it very rightly. Personally, I feel that OTT space has given me a lot of space to experiment, to explore my ability, and I use to the health to my advantage.
That's interesting. Sharib, you have been a part of the series, and when I met you also during Filmfare, I told you this series is something which we wait for, especially for the chemistry you share with him, and you're on a task. The task which is a never-ending task. और वो टास्क के चलते आपकी शादी में भी कहीं ना कहीं बहुत दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, which has also led to a good sense of humor, and the entire banter between both of you, especially in critical situation, is so funny that people love that chemistry. People love that, basically Jaideep kind of bond between you both. So tell me of, working on this project and, developing that kind of friendship, which people speak at a wider length, in fact.
मैं तो मतलब तिवारी जेके जब से मेरी जिंदगी में आया है, बहुत जो प्यार मिला है ऑडियंस से, मैं उसके लिए रेडी नहीं था. हमको इतना पता था कि एक अच्छी चीज बन रही है और लोग सब पसंद करेंगे, बट द काइंड ऑफ लव we've received from the audience across the country, मतलब इतना it's been immense. और जो हमारा जो बॉन्ड है, जो दिखाई देता है केमिस्ट्री, ऑन स्क्रीन केमिस्ट्री, वो मतलब उस वजह से भी है क्योंकि हम ऑफ स्क्रीन भी उतने ही कंफर्टेबल हैं एक दूसरे के, जिसमें मनोज सर का बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है, क्योंकि मैं तो थोड़ा बहुत था कि अरे मनोज सर के साथ में ये करना है, ही इज माई लाइक चड्डी बडी, वैसा हमारा रिलेशनशिप है, पर मैं कैसे वो करूँ, मतलब ही इज मनोज सर, ही इज द मनोज बाजपेयी, दी मनोज बाजपेयी। बट उन्होंने कभी वो मुझे एक सेकंड के लिए एहसास नहीं होने दिया, और जब कैमरा रोल होता था तो वो मेरे लिए सिर्फ तिवारी होते थे, श्रीकांत तिवारी। तो वो ईज उन्होंने मुझे दी, परफॉर्म करने के लिए स्पेस दिया, और राज डीके ने पूरी तरह से छूट दी हमें, और हम लोगों ने मतलब बहुत फिर मजे लिए सेट पे जो कि आप लोगों को ऑन स्क्रीन दिखाई देता है। तो मैं मतलब आई एंजॉय प्लेइंग जेके, आई लुक फॉरवर्ड टू गोइंग ऑन द सेट्स ऑफ फैमिली मैन, स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद द एंटायर टीम। तो मैं तो मतलब I was waiting for this, for the season 3.
Just to add, it wouldn't have been possible without these two very modern directors. When I say modern, it means in a modern outlook, modern outlook to of everything. You know, be it politics, be it philosophy, or the worldview. There's a very modern outlook. Okay, where there is no hierarchy. there is no strict headmaster sitting there who is really controlling us. There is not somebody behind the camera judging you. You understand? So the actors, the new actors and everyone, I mean, they are very, very comfortable. JK and me, I mean Sharib and I, we take this chemistry to the location, right? But we are trying very hard at the same time. I mean, Raj and DK are the witness that we really work very hard to create that magic, and to our luck that it has been working. Sometimes it doesn't work, but it's to our luck it's been working.
Which is, of course, I think, and I feel the entire approach right now, what the cinemas also need is, having a modern approach, because we are also adopting new things. The kind of youth we are surrounded with, they have a very different sense of basically accepting the kind of content. Which also makes a bit of challenging also, and I have to ask this question to you because I'm sure this must have been asked to you, that OTT is a challenge itself. While we do like pay a certain amount and come for cinemas and we are there, watching for 3 hours. With OTT, there are chances where, we may watch one episode, we may not get into the second one. How do you ensure that, that ADHD syndrome, between the audience doesn't take place, while watching such shows and all?
I don't think we think of rules like in, oh my God, they'll slip off here and stuff like that. And also, we are originally feature filmmakers. We still are. So we approach each episode, each scene, the edit, score, the writing, anything as a film. So for us, it should run like a film. The episode itself should run like a film. That's the only way I know how to make. So we keep it in that pace, in that the way it's interesting. We usually don't have filler scenes at all. Usually series are supposed to have filler scenes because to create the length and all that stuff. So we just approach like film. We shoot like it. We shoot different locations. It's not, so for us it's a feature film. And I think once we figured that format, that design for each of the episodes, then it was fun. It was like making 3-4 films at the same time. But still, the approach is what holds it, is what I feel.
Also, the ladies playing strong pivotal roles in this one, be it Kulpana, be it Samantha, who was there a part of this one, or even Nimrat right now. Their role is as such that you cannot literally define them, but at the same time, that they are sharp-minded and they want certain things in a certain aspect only. While working on your female actresses, what is your perception as a director?
Think of them as persons and not with gender, pretty much. Creating a character, man or woman. That's it. That is the biggest thing. So never think it's a female character, so we need to kind of play it this way or that way. That's why most of these roles that you just listed could easily be played by men. All three roles you just listed could have been a man,
Yes.
and it would fit right there.
Hmm.
So I think that's what it is. When you mention it, I saw the similarity that, you know, you could have. We actually wrote Nimrat's role as a guy first.
Yes.
First draft, it was a guy. And then we could easily switch, and suddenly the female character became so interesting and exciting and unique.
Which
So-
is, of course, unique. And coming to you, sir, the entire face-off between you and Jaideep is something which people are vouching for. In fact, that was something which really became the talk of the town. And when I say so, you come with your own experience. And Jaideep, for that matter, in a way, for the character what he's playing is the dark side of you as the character you are playing.
Right.
How that has turned out to be, especially because you come with your own experience and your own expertise, and he's with his own.
No, he's a trained actor.
Yes.
He's a remarkable talent. So all of us, reach the set to do our job respectively and to do it really well. Not for anybody else, just for ourselves, that we should just make sure that that day was great. So having said that, I also must add that the face-off, the so-called face-off, is not that feeling is never there. The feeling is that if Jaideep is there in the scene and I am there in the scene, we together make the scene really memorable, right?
Yeah.
That's our approach. And to make it memorable, we have to put in our best into it.
Yeah.
Not really getting carried away with our roles, not getting carried away by the love that this series has been getting. It's just another day, and you really have to play it on the front foot. So that has been the approach, and he's a trained actor. So beside how much he respects me,
Yeah.
how much I love him as an actor, everything is aside. The job on hand is very challenging, and you really have to deal with the day or with the given scene in a very, very aggressive way.
And as you rightly said also, sir, that be the character, don't
Right.
play the character.
We are known for playing characters. Really. I mean, Manoj Bajpayee has never been known for being a star with a great six pack. I'm known for what I deliver, right? So I only focus on that and nothing else. How am I? I don't even go to the monitor. I mean, Raj will not even remember one day that I was standing near the monitor and watching myself. I don't do that. For me, what I do in front of the camera and leaving everything to my directors, because they actually know the content. They know exactly what is working and what is not working. Other than that, just with all the freedom, I perform, and we say good night, right?
To you, Raj sir, before I let all of you go also, it is based, it does show the Northeast politics. And when you deal with a subject like politics, especially when you're trying to show in a filmy angle, how do you deal with that? How do you cater with that? Because it could also lead to a lot of complications, because so many times what happens, like in a film, what you show, people try to relate it with reality. So how do you cater to that?
Authenticity, basically trying to be authentic to the culture, the place, the people, and sensitivity to understand, to empathize, to see what their struggles are, and have no really agenda in your head. This is what I want to prove, or this is what I want to say. These three things keep you balanced, is what I feel. And we've gone to 3 different corners of the country so far, and that's what it's been. Sometimes the culture very well, sometimes you don't know much about it, but then we search for similarities, because at the end of it, I feel like we're all the same at the core level. So you kind of search for similarities, find the tuning, and understand and try to be as truthful as possible, and then focus on the story. You're a filmmaker, nothing else. At the end of it, you're just telling a story, and the story is compelling, original, and authentic.
That's interesting. And before I let all of you go, upcoming projects apart from the Family Man, if you could reveal something about that.
Sir,
Sir,
he has been working like these guys. These two are creating so much.
So I think we will not only see him in the Family Man, but also something else. Looks like it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Manoj has like ton of work going on.
But will we actually see a crossover between Farzi and Family Man because of the call? The call is like literally creating a curiosity.
They didn't plan that way. But as we did it, we actually called them quickly and said who's available. We were shooting on a Sunday in town and realized in Farzi and realized is somebody available from task. So we made quick calls to everyone. Sharib was too busy after.
I was in Abu Dhabi shooting for Vikram Veda.
That's what.
But so I did the phone call, right?
You did the phone call.
Yeah.
So we had to quickly call and say, can you do this? Can you do this? It's last minute ideas usually. As we shoot, we improvise. So that's how that happened. But I'm itching to start on my feature because this detour has been too addictive because the storytelling format is so involved, immersive. But I learned a lot. I'm hoping that we're better storytellers because of the long form and trying to take those learnings. And we have a really cool film happening hopefully next year. So yeah, trying to put all these learnings into that.
And I have to ask you this because this question pops up for everyone out there, which is about the Lonavala curiosity. Will we unfold it in this season or will this continue and continue and continue?
You guys are so interested in extramarital affairs.
That's a scoop, I feel like. It works कहीं ना
I
कहीं.
know.
कहीं से relatable तो नहीं हो गया है family में कुछ.
No, we didn't feel it important enough to dwell on it. We just went with the character, and there was such burning stuff that Srikant Tiwari and the team had to deal with. We really did not think it was important enough to focus on this detail of it. You get what you get. You understand. You can pick your side. What happened this way or that way? There are only two ways. So you just pick one and finish the story in your head.
And as I said, like before I let all of you go, so upcoming projects, like of course you're not revealing much to me, but if you could.
Mine, I'm through with four to five films actually.
Wow.
They are all in post production. They will be releasing as and when the directors and the producers will feel it right. But yes, though all of them are varied from each other in terms of genre, in terms of the characters. Okay. This is what I have been doing for so many years, and this is how I'm continuing. So yeah, interesting ones. Yeah.
What about you, sir?
Like I said, we have almost 3 films scripts we've been writing. We write a lot. I write a lot. I write every day as a habit. So have been developing really interesting and unique ones to start. So we'll start pre-production pretty soon, and I have 3 good strong scripts that we'll start casting.
अभी next 27th को ही गुस्ताख इश्क आएगी, 28th.
Yes.
And then there's Hewan, which I'm currently shooting for. प्रियदर्शन sir's Hewan. और जैन में एक फिल्म मेरी रिलीज होने वाली है, तो I'll start my next year with a theatrical. वो अभी 5th या December 1st week में announcement हो गया. I can't divulge much about that.
Wow.
And there's one more film, Full Plate, which I'm very, very excited about. Hopefully in the first quarter of 26 it will release.
Look, even he is working
so cool.
on so many things, right?
Yeah. We're all very prolific, I think.
Well, lovely chatting with all of you.
Thank
As I could say that, you all are wanted for the kind of work you do. So thank you so much for such a lovely interaction.
Thank
All the very
you.
best for your upcoming projects.
Thank you.
Lovely to have such a wonderful star cast. And I must see that it's not like one team over here, one team is there, and there is a hell lot of a team. So how it was making all of them come together to be the part of the Family Man?
I mean, obviously, it's exciting and challenging. The thing about Family Man is 2 seasons had already been there, and now we're making the 3rd season. So the expectations are sky high. So from the time we started making it to the time now, as we're getting close to release, it's, I mean, it makes me happy, of course, that people are anxiously, eagerly waiting for it to come, and I'm so thankful that people are patient about it. It's been a few years, and but still the excitement is there. So while when the thing about making a season 3 is, if it's the part that's you're carrying forward from the previous season, that's the easy part, right? I mean, you know the characters, you know the world, you know the mood, you know that's the easy part. But the tough part is you still need to surprise the audiences. You still need to give them something they've not seen before, something that's new. That's the challenging part. That's why it takes so long to make a sequel of a film, or the next season of a series, because it's not about just repeating the same story or just going forward in the same tone, because then people will lose interest. They'll be like, season 1 acha tha, fir it's just spinning the wheels. So for us, we wanted every season to be better than the previous season. And so here we are, but fingers crossed, waiting to see how it turns out.
Jaideep, sir, you're playing the role of an evil man in this one, but at the same time, you also have a stark humor while you're trying to even, connect with people out there. How it was playing this role, and at the same time, I have to ask you, because everyone is talking about the entire rivalry between you and Manoj, sir, for that matter.
What do I say about it? It's there in the script, and it is written beautifully. So, I'm lucky enough to be part of this and get Rukma to play, and yeah, good to be there. It feels great. It felt amazing while on set, feeling amazing, more amazing here.
To you, Nimrat, this has been one of your greatest works. I must say that when I saw the way you are portraying the role, and especially when the target is on the go.
Roles.
Yeah,
I think we should start saying, addressing Nimrat as boss lady.
As boss lady, yes. I mean,
boss madam.
You are basically eyeing someone, but that's your target as well, and you're like, okay, theek hai, doesn't matter. So you have been completely someone who's wearing a heart on sleeve. She's someone who is no nonsense, no emotions, and just being on the task.
बेमरवत औरत.
वो क्या होता है?
वो क्या होता है?
जिसको मुझे अच्छा तो नहीं लग रहा
नहीं अच्छा
सुन के
बेमरवत मतलब जिसको किसी चीज से भी attachment ना
or detachment completely. And especially when the trailer launch also happened, for both of your characters, be it Jaideep sir or even yours, it was the statement also from Raj that जो डिटैच लोग होते हैं ना, उनके साथ में यानी क्या है होता है ना, वो पता नहीं होता है.
They have nothing to lose.
They have nothing to lose basically. So how it was for you to prepare for this role, and touchwood, you have also transformed yourself completely in that character.
That's all thanks to their vision, the creatives behind the clothes, the silhouettes. And I will insist here that was super important and not in a vain way, because, that gives her the kind of panache and the kind of, an upper hand visually. She's not going to blend in, and she's not interested in blending in. It's very clear that she wants to stand out. Given what she does, and given the stakes of issues she works with, in terms of research, I just wanted to understand what is her job. Because it's too technical for me. I'll never meet someone who has arms dealings and, makes money by figuring out who's the mole in the government and where can she plant who to figure what out, or then, perhaps get people killed. So, when you're dealing with a character that does almost supernormal things, you are a bit of a fan of that, because you'll never get to do stuff like that. In a legal world, you won't. And then, otherwise, you need to just figure out what is the kind of a person she is, what are the kind of people she'll interact with. She will need to interact with all kinds of people at all points in the pyramid of men, and, all whatever, everything goes. She can, be she can have all kinds of language flying out of her mouth when she needs to use it. Personally, this was probably a character that came with the maximum shock value for me. Many scenes, I was just shocked, and I said, oh my God, how am I going to say this? How am I going to do this? I just hope I have it in me to deliver what Meera is about. And that remains to be seen. You're very kind in saying that, but I think you've just seen the first episode right now.
Yes.
So it's it's something that one never knows how it's going to land or not, with the audience, which really completes the performance, in my opinion. And it's been a delicious pleasure to play her. I've really had such a great time walking in and out of rooms on those high heels and just doing crazy illegal stuff. It's really good.
Illegal.
Well,
Like illegal
please
doesn't even
do
begin
tell
to
me in
cut
which.
it.
Sorry.
Illegal doesn't even cut it. This is
Yeah,
like,
illegal doesn't even cut it.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
प्रोडक्शन बजट तो इन्होंने बढ़ा रखा था.
हाँ, मुझे भी ऐसे उनके लुक को देखकर तो लग रहा है कहीं ना कहीं ये हो तो सकता है.
yeah. It was very expensive shooting.
Oh,
Just her part, like we had to shoot in
please,
London,
yes,
we had to give her a
yes,
private
yes.
jet,
I
we had to
wish.
give her
Private
expensive
jet.
I wish
costume.
all of
My
this.
God.
यहाँ जंगलों में
Because
Everything
she
about her
has
is
to be in the
expensive.
hiding, no? So yeah,
Yeah.
private jet and all is required for you.
वही एक जगह. My diamond
Everything about
hurt.
her is expensive.
Exactly.
My
यहाँ जंगलों
diamond
की धूल
shoes
भागते
hurt
रहे
so
घूम रहे.
much.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, that was my problem.
You know that you're taking as a token of appreciation and gift of all you know. You can just wrap it in something.
Yeah.
To you, Suman sir, being behind the camera and trying to conceptualize something like this, the family man, and turning it into also meme material, and especially the dialogues which become popular, or certain scenes, और लोनावला की mystery तो अभी तक का solve हुई ही नहीं है. How it has been for you, the entire ride?
Family Man is a gift that keeps on giving to me personally. I can say that it changed my life. So I mean, all thanks to my friends Raj and DK. So the only, I mean, I would be lying if I told you that I wasn't under any pressure. Like I was telling someone else that we were shooting season 2 even before the season 1 dropped. So I had no idea that it would be widely loved and appreciated. I had no idea. Because, I had that same old writer's insecurity saying whatever I write is shit. So when it just blew up, now I thought great, fantastic. And season 2 became a bigger hit. And
No, I'll tell you what happens, right? Like we've all gone through life. We've had some films that have not done well, some films that had potential, didn't do well, some films that actually did not do well at all, and some that did well. So we all think, you got to be careful. Anything you do can do well and cannot do well type. Meanwhile, Suman comes from the school where he writes Family Man, wo blockbuster ban gaya, Family Man to blockbuster ban. So he is thinking ki whatever I write is going to be
I'm not thinking that. Don't what? But it's what do you say? The pressure is now. Will season 3 be at least as well received as season 2? I mean, that's baseline. But if somebody says the goal though is season 3 is better than season 2, is what we have strived to achieve. Let's see, fingers crossed.
To both Jaideep sir and Nimrat, I have to ask you this कि कई बार ऐसे होता है कि दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त होता है और दुश्मन के बीच में काफी अच्छी केमिस्ट्री और बॉन्ड हो जाता है. बट कई बार ऐसे भी होता है कि there are counter attacks taking place between the people who are fighting against someone else. How it has turned for both of you? Will we get to see you both also coming opposite each other? क्या होने वाला है?
That is the fun of watching, I think, the show, and I will, revert to that cliche there that you must watch to see how how this relationship evolves and from where to where, because they're very similar people, but in completely dissimilar worlds, from totally dissimilar backgrounds. They can't be more dissimilar, actually. So the oddness of finding them together and with a common goal is the fun of exploring that journey, where you see different shades of Rukma's character evolving and different shades of Meera's character evolving, their interpersonal relationships, and I think situationally also a lot changes for them by the end. So if I say anything more, then it won't be
It will
fun.
just break the...
Even I want to watch that.
To both of you, I have to also ask that why the family man is at the target. For many of us, he's the family man, of course, he has his own, things, what he's doing, but why he is the target for both of you? Even for you, you're like literally chasing him, and for you too.
I think I don't want to reveal this, but when you will see the season, you will understand why Srikant Tiwari comes under the radar. It will be really unfair to say why and how he comes in the picture. but yeah, eventually they come, in front of each other, knowingly, unknowingly, in a sense. And जैसा अभी आपने बोला दुश्मन का दुश्मन दोस्त, that's the beauty of this season, that you'll get to know. Sorry, because I'll say something bad which will.
Because one thing I definitely got to know
why it become like that.
You saw the first episode, right?
Yes, and one thing what
So
I
you know
also,
why Srikant Tiwari wants to go after him.
Yeah.
But
And
you've
why
not seen the other episodes. If you
where
see that,
he's
you'll
like
understand why
accusing.
he wants to go
Yeah.
after Srikant Tiwari. आपको देखना पड़ेगा.
हाँ.
I mean,
जैसे कि इन्होंने बोला भी था कि when ट्रेलर लॉन्च के टाइम पे कि श्रीकांत की एक आदत है to poke in someone else's business, and that is something like वो कुछ एक business है कहीं ना कहीं वो I think he's under radar. That's what I feel at least.
No, that was Yar's line, not my line.
अच्छा.
So point is, you will get to know season. You have seen episode 1. You know why Shrikant wants Rukma. Rukma's world, Shrikant doesn't even exist in that episode.
Yes.
You'll get to know why Rukma is after his life now,
This story also
and why Boss Lady is after him.
Yeah, boss lady is like, suddenly, like, of course, we could see that she's on a
yes.
certain mission, but then suddenly, like this, I mean, of course, I have to also wait to watch the season, but the story also focuses on the politics which takes place in Northeast. And when we are trying to showcase it in fictional, side, so many times it also translates with what happens, in reality. How have you managed to ensure that, there is a balance in that?
See, that's very important for us, extremely important to have a balanced narrative, a balanced viewpoint, be it Kashmir in season 1 or Tamil rebels in season 2 or now the Northeast in season 3. We have to take into account the sentiment, the attitudes, the aspirations of the people there, and balance that with how, like, people like us, we believe they are. And that's the challenge, right? We know our characters very well. We know Srikant Tiwari, we know all our characters very well, and this is what we think those characters are. But we really put in that extra effort. We always do. If you're going and making a show or a film in a certain region, we have to put that effort to understand what their psyche is, and we did that. We had on board, we had so-called consultants from that region, and we cast the characters from the actual state, not just the whole region. Like a Nagamese character was played by a Nagamese actor, or if it's Assamese or any other state, Arunachali, they were played by those actors. And so we were careful about that. We also wanted to demarcate that Northeast is not one entity. We also want to demarcate that Northeast has so many states, and each state has its own identity. So we were conscious about that. Also, the story is not necessarily about the internal politics of the region. Of course, that plays a big role because it's a centerpiece. But it is, again, it goes across the border, that border, and that's the crux of the story. Because Family Man has always been a geopolitical thriller, not just I wouldn't say it's a socio-political thing, it's a geopolitical. So it has foreign countries involved with their own plans and ideas. Yeah.
And before I let all of you go, your upcoming projects, if you could reveal something about that, apart from The Family Man. If you could reveal about your upcoming projects, apart from The Family Man.
I can't reveal, but yes, I mean, we do have a few things in the pipeline. I mean, Farzi 2 is soon to go on the floors. There's a lot of expectations and anticipation for that as well. And a lot of people, just like every time people kept asking, when is Family Man next season coming for the last few years, and now finally we are putting out Family Man season 3, and now they're asking the question, when is Farzi next season coming? So we'll put that out also. Hopefully.
It's like patience now.
So yeah. This time not so patient. It's okay. This will come soon, and we do have a couple of feature films. We are also planning to get on the floors next year. So it's time to come back and make feature films as well. It's been a few years.
Yeah. Because I think there's been a lot of OTT series, being developed.
Yeah, it was not
Raj DK.
intentional. We were making films, feature films, and then we got into this OTT space, started making one show. We started with one show, then we loved this concept, made another, and we loved this, and before we realized we are making 3-4 shows and season 2, season 3. So yeah, it becomes a lot after a while.
To you, Nimrat.
Hopefully, Family Man season 4.
That's interesting. Now that that makes me also wonder and ask you that do you prefer continuing with your villains or even like bringing them together on one table for certain of such films?
Both are good options. Both are good possibilities. So a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what is on the cards here.
To you, sir.
Well, I think I'm ending this year with 21. श्रीराम राघवन सर की फिल्म है, वो आ रही है दिसंबर में.
Yeah, same. I have Farzi on my plate now, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Everything else is not so advanced in terms of progress. So,
Well, thank you so much for such a lovely interaction and all the very best.